for me, I've been kind of finally getting the big picture of investing after reading the little bits and pieces. Like I started with the details almost, like what's an IRA? What's a Roth IRA? What are the differences? How do I contribute to retirement accounts? And then those are like, that's kind of the meat, like retirement accounts is the meat of investing for most American doctors and most Americans in general. Right. So the question is like, what it's like that's the meat and then everything else. And there's a lot of other products. There's a lot of other ways to quote unquote invest. But the big picture philosophy is like, how do I use the money that I've earned? How do, tax strategies, how do I like keep the most of my money? Like I earn the money and then how do I keep the most? And then like from what I keep, how do I make it grow the most? And how do I keep it as it grows? How do I keep it from going down and mostly going up? I mean, to me, that's investing. And then you're picking things that are worth having so that other people want to buy them too. That's how things go up. Or you're picking things that grow in value, not just because other people want them to, but because they produce something, they create something. So that's where like stocks come in. Like companies make something, people buy it, so it grows, and then it's worth more money. So we're trying to take the money that we have kept, and now we are trying to grow it. I mean, that's what investing is. And then we want it to be there when we need it. So there's short-term investing and there's long-term investing. Short-term investing has a goal of being available sooner. And then longer term, you're going to need it. Longer term usually means when I retire. You don't have that money when you retire, unless you can keep working through that period, you're going to be in trouble. So it's, it's serious business, but I mean, I got into reading about it because I think it's fun too. So figuring out what is valuable and why it's valuable to me is like a very interesting challenge. And it's one of my most dynamic things. There's a million different experts on one stock. You could take Tesla being like one of the hottest ones, right? Anyone who has a Robinhood account, it's like a free trading app. Anyone who has a Robinhood account has probably owned Tesla at some point because it's like, it's a hot
That's why they got the app probably, right?
Like non-professionals. Yeah, right. Actually, that's exactly true. I totally agree with that. So, but there's a million different opinions on Tesla, and I first bought it in 2014. I'm currently, one of those disclosure things. I don't have any right now. I wish I did. I sold it on the way up really early.
Yeah.
But I've had it on and off since 2014, back when people said it was going to zero, every 3 months, every quarter, someone was saying it was going to zero. Mm-hmm. And now there's, a few outside people that say like in the next decade, it's going to be the most valuable company in the world. And that's why investing is fun. It's interesting. If you're right and you bet, an appropriate amount, it's not truly a bet, but if you invest an appropriate amount and you're right, it can change your life. And it doesn't have to be risky on a scale that hurts you. Right. So that's my big picture perspective on investing.